All the views from the guests of the Smitty Woo show are strictly opinions and are for entertainment use only, except Smitty Woo's, which are all facts. Let's roll.
You are now tuned in to the Smitty Woo show, where friends tackle sports, current events, and entertainment. Now welcome your host, Smitty Woo.
What's up? What's up? Y'all smell that? It's the grass. It means NFL season is here. NFL season upon us. As you can tell by the gear, I'm ready. I'm hyped. I'm going to get more back to the Commanders later on in the show. Got some things to get off my chest, but that's for later. I just want to let y'all know this show is going to be sponsored by Sensational Cruises and Resorts. So if you need a vacation, you need to book some cruises, you need to book some resorts, the website's in the bio there. Check out the website and we'll get you connected. So as you can tell, I'm excited. We're going to be talking about football today. We had the Hall of Fame game last night, I believe. No, Thursday night, we had the Hall of Fame game. And we are no longer going to be without football until end of February. So every weekend, we got football going up. So it's an exciting time. Back in May, we did a way too early football preview, which we went through standings and so forth. Today, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, really talk about some things that we expect to happen during the season, some storylines we're following, all of that. So to get it started, this is the Smitty Woo and Friends show. So I got to have some friends. Got a couple people from the boot that's joining me today. Y'all seen them before on this podcast. Cousin, Mr. Orion. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, brother? How you feel?
Not much, not much. I see you over there, fresh and so clean. What's been new?
Man, just maintaining, living life. Taking the squeeze out of the orange, trying to get every drop. Huh?
That is a very interesting, very interesting quote. Squeezing the orange. Got you.
Squeezing the orange.
Well, appreciate you coming, sitting and talking to us today. I know you got your Saints, Saints fan. So I don't know if you're gonna. I mean, this probably is not a happy season for you, but that's neither here nor there. But whatever, whatever.
Early, brother. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Now another player, the boot. What's up, Mike?
What's going on? What's up, Marshall?
You're not a stranger to this show either. You've been on a couple times, right? What's been going on?
To be honest, I didn't know I was going to be invited back. I think I'm only back because the fans asked for me. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, the fans did ask for you.
I know.
Kinda. So anything new's been happening since the last time he was on the pod? Anything new you got to shout out? New ventures? I see your banners change a little bit. What's going on with that?
Oh, it's some Quantum Niggas?
Yeah.
It's in the angel investor stage. It's something wonderful coming up. We have got to the point where we're using quantum dynamics to teleport niggas. So, Quantum Niggas. I got you, Woo.
Got you. Appreciate it. All right, thank you for coming on the show. Now let's really get to talking. So far, we've gone it from the draft was in February, that free agency happened in March-ish. A lot of things have happened since then. People holding out, whole bunch of things. So first, what's the biggest storyline that you're following for this season right now? What about you, O? What's the storyline that is most interesting to you right now?
To be honest, and I'm sure my brother will share my sentiments. I'm trying to see what's happening with two. We're trying to see what's happening with Shadur, man. Cleveland Browns training camp has been very interesting. We know their quarterback room has been a mess, and it's still kind of messy. So I want to see if they're going to give my boy his time to come. You got all the talent in the world. To me, it's obvious who the most talented quarterback is. So I want to see what happens with two.
Got you. What about you, Mike?
Same. Right now in the NFL, there's only really two storylines that matter. What's going to happen to two? Are they going to really railroad him, or are they holding him back because he's going to be the number one quarterback? And then the second storyline is what's going to happen with Parsons, or Michael Parsons. Is Jerry Jones going to cave in and do the right thing and sign a generational talent, keep him happy, or is he going to allow him to leave? Is Michael Parsons going to stick to his gun, stand on business, and not fold and sign with Jerry Jones? Jerry Jones do this to all the players. He calls a stir, he look bad, and then he give them what they want. And so, but Michael Parsons is like, he's tired of it. He's the first person to say, I'm tired of it, I'm not going to do it. So that's a good storyline. But two is, two been getting railroaded since April. So we got to see how far are they going to take it the cap route where like it's a real collusion and they really trying to do him in, or is it just trying to teach him a lesson?
Yeah. So with the Michael Parsons thing that you brought up, what do you think is going to happen? You think the Cowboys are going to sign him, or you think he's going to stick to his guns? What's your initial thoughts?
Who do you get back for Michael Parsons? No one. What are you going to give? You have to trade him for a TJ Watt. That ain't gonna happen. TJ Watt just signed a contract. You got to trade him for something that's equal, and you're not gonna. It's hard to find someone equal to him. It's like when your boy got traded to was it from the Bears to the Chargers? I can't think of his name. What's the linebacker? Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like Parsons better than Mack. Maybe that's me because I'm a Cowboy fan, but who won that trade? Did the Bears win that trade, really? I don't know. But I wouldn't trade Michael Parsons. I'll sit down with his agent and stop playing games and give him that money. Because you need, he anchors your defense. And you finally got a decent team. You went and got Pickens. You got somebody that's on the other end, Pickens and CD, Dak back from whatever that is. And then if Dak ain't good, you got a really good backup. And the young boy from Indianapolis, mentor, whatever his name is, he tough. He can throw the ball. Is he from New England? New England.
You talk about Milton?
Milton tough. And so you got a good team. We got a good running back that we picked up that's hungry, that's want to prove something because we got the guy, ain't he from Philly? We got that running back from Philly. We drafted some good players. Why mess this up?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, my storyline, I think it's pretty much everybody's is the Browns situation as well. Because they're not going to take 4 QBs in, right? And at this point, the Browns are put themselves in a bad situation. Number one, are you going to keep somebody that's over 40? He's probably the best quarterback on your roster that we know of. We don't know how good Shadur will be in the NFL.
We do. What do you mean we don't know? You don't know because you don't like him.
No, we don't know because he hasn't played yet. We know. I didn't know how good. Just like you assume Caleb Williams would have been good in the NFL, right? Because that's what the consensus was. But he had a terrible year.
Who said he had a terrible year? Did you watch his last 7 games? He didn't have a bad year.
I don't think he had a bad year, but I didn't assume he was going to come out on fire either.
No.
So the
I've been saying for 2 years, should do it better than Caleb.
the point I'm trying to make is we've seen Joe Flacco in the NFL, but we haven't seen Shadur Sanders in the NFL. That's just facts. So we it's all unknown. Rookies are all unknown until they throw a pass. I mean, we've seen a number of quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks that we thought were going to be good, that end up not being good. Maybe Shadur is not that way, but we just don't know because we haven't seen him throw an NFL pass yet. So you have a 4-year-old quarterback that you shouldn't keep because he's 40. Then you have, that's hurt now, that Kenny Pickett that is not really, I don't think he's an NFL quarterback, starting quarterback, but they signed him or traded to get him, right? So if they cut him, then what? They're going to look stupid. Then you got Dylan, who's not a better quarterback than Shadur, but they drafted ahead of them. So that at that point, if they cut him, then they'll be admitting that they'll be looking dumb as well. Like, why did you pick this guy over a 5th-round pick? Then you have Shadur, who deserves a chance because of the quarterbacks on the roster. He definitely has the potential to be the best, even though we haven't seen it yet. You know, we've seen he has a skill.
He's the best quarterback that was drafted.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm gonna read some stats to you. Let me read some stats.
Are you saying he was better than Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, why do you feel that he was not taken above Cam Ward?
Because his father.
Okay.
His father said something that was a dog whistle to white men. I'm going to control where my 2 sons, meaning Travis and Shadur, go. If Shadur didn't play last year, he would have been a 1st-round pick. Yeah, remember, they had him projected the 21st pick of the draft that Caleb Williams came out.
Okay.
Which would have been the 2nd or 3rd. He would have been like the 3rd quarterback taken last year. So how did he get 6 other quarterbacks taken in front of him this year? And he had a better year. He was 4th in Heisman voting.
So let me ask you,
stats at Colorado. Did you watch any of those Colorado games?
Yeah, but who was Colorado playing?
They were Power 5. What do you mean?
But who were they playing? Who were they
Power
playing?
5 teams. They were playing teams that had players that are in the NFL now. They were playing Power 5 teams. Don't give us the SEC thing, because who was Dylan Gabriel playing? Pac-12.
Well, no, I'm not saying SEC, but what I'm saying is
he was the Big 12. That's Power 5. It's still Power 5. He was playing good teams.
Okay, give me a
you gotta remember,
team.
They played ASU. Team. They played ASU and beat ASU, and ASU was in the Final Four of ASU went to the playoffs.
Okay.
So they played teams. They played 2 teams that went to the playoffs.
Okay. So you played 2 teams that went to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
What did the rest of their schedule look like?
For who? For them?
For them.
They had one of the hardest schedules. They played a good schedule.
So we're not going to act like Shadur was playing juggernauts while he was with Colorado. We're not going to do that. He had great stats against a lot of players, a lot of teams, and with players. It's not going to be not NFL players. They're just
not true.
Okay. Name me another good team that he played.
They played BYU. They played.
Okay, I said good. I said good teams.
BYU was a good team. Did you not watch BYU? BYU finished like 10-3. That's a good team.
They played 10. They finished 10-3 because they were playing people in their own conference.
Everybody plays people in their own conference.
Okay. So you
now. Well, let me say this. Yeah. You can be objective you can have an opinion, and then there's just like you can follow what media says. Did you actually watch Colorado and the teams that they played?
Yeah.
How many Colorado games you watched last year?
Like 3 or 4.
You ain't watch Colorado.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, I didn't watch every Colorado game because to me, Colorado they had a couple exciting players, but other than that, they weren't playing good. They weren't highlight games. They weren't games that featured, you know what I'm saying, or the game of the week. They weren't playing those opponents. So why am I going to watch Colorado versus Rice when I could be playing the good?
They didn't play Rice.
They didn't play Rice. Wow.
I'm giving you examples of the type of.
Oh, how many times did Colorado play on TV last year?
I don't know.
Every game.
Every game. It's Deion.
And then every game was prime time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You just saying that because you just don't like the hype of it. But you don't. If you watched it, it's different.
Well,
it's different.
Well,
Let me
here's the
give you
thing.
some of 2 stats from last year. In 13 games, 353 completions on 477 attempts, 74%. 4,134 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 168.2 passer rating, 8.7 yards a throw, 318 yards a game. Then he rushed for 356 yards. So a total offense of what? Then you got to talk about touchdowns, responsible for 41. That's passing and rushing touchdowns. Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, Johnny Unitas Golden Award winner, named first team All Big 12. For his career, just at Colorado, 7,237 yards, 64 touchdowns, Colorado record. Combined touchdowns, 72 touchdowns. That's just in Colorado. That's at Big 5.
So what do those stats mean?
That means that he's prolific. That means that he, without a real offensive line, carried a team that had nothing, that was dead in the water to his first year of 4 wins. They really should have won 8. And then the next year they won 9-4. And then he did all of it with, like I say, a poor offensive line. They had great receivers. And then this is the other thing. This is how you know that he's a real dude. All 4 of his starting receivers are in the NFL right now. Ain't no SEC team got all 4 of these receivers in the NFL right now.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many quarterbacks from the college put up nasty stats and still fail when they get in the NFL?
What does that mean? That's a broad statement.
Because what you're reading me is stats.
I'm reading you stats from the top quarterback. So it's a difference between quarterbacks that put up stats, because someone can put up stats at FAU, someone can put up stats at Auburn, somebody can put up stats at anyone. But this man put up stats with everything that was on his back, with that Sanders name on his back, being in primetime television every week, Friday or Saturday. He's primetime game. He know they finna come for him. They know they don't have a run game. They know they don't have offensive line, and he still delivering. He know what time it is.
Okay,
and
so
that's why he 4th in Heisman. That's why he Johnny Unitas on. That ain't no stat. That ain't nothing that people just get. Normally they get that to the Heisman Trophy winner, whoever that quarterback gets both of them awards, or whoever the number 1 quarterback that's getting drafted get them awards that he got. He got all the awards that go to the best quarterback in college football. Why would he get those awards and then get 6 other quarterbacks get picked before him?
You know who else won those awards?
Who?
Marcus Mariota. Was he coaching in the NFL? He was prolific in college, right?
Where did he get drafted, though?
He got drafted in the first round.
Exactly. You proved my point. He got a chance.
No, my point in the whole thing was, I initially said he deserved the chance. But I said we don't know what he will be in the NFL. That was my whole point. But you're saying we have to know because he was good in college.
No, what I'm saying is,
let me ask you. Out of all of the quarterbacks in Cleveland's quarterback room, do you think we know what Kenny Pickett is going to be?
Yes.
We know what Flacco is going to be, Big Flacco, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to say out of the rookies, Dylan Gabriel versus Shadur, out of those two unknowns, we'll call them unknowns, who had the more successful career in college?
Shadur.
So I would say based on the projections, based on his ability to understand the offenses, and just based on his performance in training camp so far, even though he hadn't gotten a lot of opportunities with the ones, everybody is saying, hey, with the eye test, what we're seeing is Shadur is the one. So that's what I'm saying. That's my perspective.
Right.
And it's I think it's an abnormal amount of attention on him. He's dealing well with that. He's shown he can handle that type of pressure. And I just think, like Mike said, normally a dude this highly touted would have been drafted in the first round, and you wouldn't have to worry about how many reps he's going to get with the ones. It would be automatic. So,
yeah.
And then I think you forget about that. Marcus Mariota wasn't like a good thing to help your story because his first year he did really good. He for a rookie, I don't think he remember. I think he had like 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions or something like that. He was in his first 3 games he was killing. Then he got hurt, but he had a good first 2 years, and he got sacked like ridiculous. You got to look his stats. He had a good first 2 years, so that's not a good. That helps my point. To show that someone who's the top quarterback is supposed to get drafted in the top, and they're supposed to get the chance to show and prove. They're supposed to get the keys. And, Cam Ward is getting that chance. He's getting a chance to be who he is and run his team. Shadur getting railroaded. He gets drafted in the 5th round. He gets drafted behind the oldest quarterback in the doggone draft outside of the other guy, Slow, and Dylan Gabriel, who done played. Dylan Gabriel played for 3 college teams. He played 6-7 years in college, and he's still, in the place that he had, and he like 5'9". So it's just
5'7", 5'7",
5'9". It's a weird bias, and he left-handed. So it's just a weird thing.
Yeah, and I agree. I said he deserves a shot, but the reason why the storyline is interesting is because the Browns, if they don't give him a shot, you know what I'm saying, for them it's a catch-22. If they give him a shot and he turns out being what we think he will be, then they're like, well, why would you waste a 3rd round pick on Gabriel? If they don't give him a shot, they'll be like, Gabriel's not good. Why didn't you give him a shot? So that's why the storyline is interesting. And, let's be honest. I don't have anything against Shadur at all. I don't got anything against.
You don't have a problem with the fact that Prime is dating Carucci? Huh?
I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's
here.
That's neither here nor there. But
it's somewhere,
brother. But we also can't pretend like some of the things that occurred, Shadur didn't bring on himself. Some of them. So let me ask you, and we don't know, we weren't in the rooms. If the reports that were said about how he was acting in meetings were true, do you still feel that he's being treated unfairly?
He's still treated unfairly, and those reports weren't true. Stephen A. Smith came out and said that he talked to people that said that the Giants made that up.
Okay.
He literally said that 2 days ago on TV.
Right.
Okay.
And I talked to somebody that's a scout that said that the real reason everybody was mad at Shadur and Deion is because who's Shadur's agent? Can you name his agent?
No.
He don't have one. His daddy, his agent. So no, everyone is mad. So Dion pretty much circumvented the process of having an agent, and the agents talk to the executives and the owners and work things out. Dion was calling and setting up the meetings for him to meet with teams. When he met with the teams, he flies out and meet with the teams. That's why Dion then was saying, that's garbage, y'all lying. I know what's going on. And they were sending in this guy that used to be Lil Wayne manager with him in all the meetings. And so, because he didn't have an agent, Dion was going to represent him as an agent. So that when he signed, he get all his money. Even Rich Paul, LeBron agent, tried to reach out and be like, let me be the agent, because he knew what was going to happen. He said in the podcast, he was like, I know they was going to railroad him because he circumvented the thing. Dion thought because of his ties to the NFL that they wouldn't do my son like this. I'm Dion. Them white guys got together and was like, nah, you can't get on that side. You're going to dictate where he go. You can't think you're going to get here and not have no agent. You're going to talk directly to us. So the owners out here in Arizona, they had the owners meeting. They got together and was like, we ain't going to draft him first round. Teach him a lesson.
Well, Lamar Jackson don't have an agent either.
And see how long it took him to get a contract.
But the thing about it is
his mom is his agent.
Yeah, his mama not the GOAT.
Right.
But his mama not Deion Sanders either.
Okay.
And he was this close to getting an agent because how long it took him to get a contract? He was this close. They was going to trade him.
I mean, it took him a while to hit his potential. Lamar Jackson didn't come out becoming Lamar Jackson. He wasn't Lamar Jackson when he first.
No.
He no.
At the time of that contract, he had already been the MVP. Woo.
What was that?
At the time of his contract negotiations, he was already the MVP.
Right. His MVP year was his second best year, right?
No,
they still had questions about it
twice. Woo. He's been MVP twice.
I'm talking about his first MVP.
His first MVP was before his contract. So if anybody gets the NFL MVP, you're gonna not give him a big contract?
No, I'm not.
He did that before a contract year. So you got to give him his money. No,
I'm not saying that. But the thing about it is contracts are still negotiation, whether you have an agent or not. Like Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons has an agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
He deserves to be the highest paid player, defensive player ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not being worked out, right? Contracts still got to be worked out. It's not a foregone conclusion that, hey, I'm going to negotiate and the owner's going to give me exactly what I want.
The owner wanted to work it out with him alone and not his agent. So he could, and Michael Parsons was like, I don't know the ins and outs of a contract. You need to talk to my agent. That's the issue. So the issue is you're proving my point again. We're talking about Lamar Jackson. And even before Lamar Jackson, who were we talking about? We're talking about Deion and them. The reason the owners and everyone was mad is because he didn't follow protocol. This is what all this stuff is about Shadur. Think about how many reps he's getting. If it's a quarterback competition and you don't have a clear number one, if Flacco was a clear number one, he takes all the reps pretty much. That's not the case. Right. So there's no clear number one, but they're not even the reps out for him. They set him out yesterday talking about arm soreness because he's been playing so well. 9 for 9, 2 touchdowns. 10 for 12. And Gabriel been playing garbage. The people are dumb. We can see everything now in the internet age. So if the man killing it in practice, he coming early, staying late, the locker room loves him. When they show him mic'd up, he talking to the people. He hyping them up. He got handshakes with everybody. The fans screaming his name. The community loves him. And then he not your guy. We got to suppress that.
And let me just say this too. Well, by the way, just to make sure we got the narrative straight, I got some stats on Lamar. When Lamar played his first full season, second year, led the league in touchdowns, touchdown percentage. He was topping in QBR. Like, he got out the gate pretty nasty.
Okay, so let's okay, you led the league in touchdowns. But being a quarterback, what was he doing as a quarterback? I'm not talking about his rushing touchdowns. I just told you
his QBR was top.
Okay. But what But he was not throwing the ball a lot, correct?
Not as much as he is now, but I mean, he still was 66% completion percentage when he was throwing the ball.
Right. When you look at certain things, it's easy to get. When I watch football, right? Stats
Watch
matter.
the Redskins.
Yeah, stats matter, obviously, but I'm also watching what I see with my eyes, right?
Right.
For the longest time, I felt about Dak Prescott that he was not a great quarterback because he's putting up numbers, but a lot of times he's putting up numbers in garbage time against inferior opponents.
And also, the only person you named Dakota is a little white girl.
Pretty much, yeah. So his record
That's not fair.
And his record proved it. He's for the longest time had a losing
Can I
record.
say something real quick? That don't make sense what you just said. He's only putting up numbers in garbage time. He's not putting up numbers. He put up great numbers in the regular season. He don't do anything in the playoffs. Garbage time seems like they put him in the game at the end and then he started doing something.
No. What I mean is they're already losing by a lot. So all that they're going to be doing is passing. That's what I mean by garbage time. Like, remember, Dak's record against winning teams is not great. This, you know what I'm saying? He is not hey, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to beat the good teams. That's not the type of quarterback he is. He's the one to go out there and sweep the Giants, sweep the Commanders. These other teams that aren't good, when he goes up against better competition, a lot of times because of their defense, they're losing quite a bit. So Dak's going in and throwing to get it back. That's what I mean by garbage time. They're not stats like, okay, we're leading because, you know what I'm saying, the defense is not in prevent or in whatever because they know I'm just going to be throwing the ball or in zone, keeping everything in front. You know what I'm saying? Those stats are different than you're starting the game.
I just asked ChatGPT. You wrong about that. I'm a big Cowboys fan. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, but Dak Prescott does good against winning teams. He just doesn't do good in the playoffs. That's Dak Prescott issue. Versus
what's his record
teams,
against winning teams?
Dak Prescott is 76-46 versus winning teams.
He's what? I'm sorry?
76-46 versus winning teams.
Okay.
Last year was his first year that he didn't have a winning record versus winning teams, but he got hurt. He was 3-5 versus winning teams last year. That was the first year he ever did anything like that. He doesn't have your mistake. Like, you got to remember, Dak Prescott went 13-3 like 3 times. The issue with Dak Prescott is when he gets to the playoffs, he'll lose to Aaron Rodgers. Then he'll lose to the new guy from Love. He'll lose to the 49ers. Dak Prescott don't have a problem with regular season. He got a problem with playoffs. Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Do you only watch Redskin games?
Do you only watch Colorado games?
No.
Or
I watch
LSU games?
I watch USC. I watch Louisiana Tech. I watch sports. And I believe in facts. And so I try to be balanced and have a bias, not be like biased towards my team.
So let me ask you a question. If Shadur Sanders was not Deion's son, would you be riding this hard for him? Because I know you're a Deion fan. Would you be yelling that things are unfair if his last name wasn't Sanders?
Yeah. If he was getting done wrong just like this, yeah.
This is historically, everybody keeps saying unprecedented. This is unprecedented.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody projected to go in the top of round 1, drop to 5. No. Anybody that got put in that situation and let's say he had some off the field smut on his name, which he did not. Let's say something happened where some dirt came out in the locker room. Oh, he's not a team. Oh, we think he might be smoking weed. Nothing came out on Shadur. There was no change. He finished the season at the top of every QB statistic, in top 5 of every QB statistic you could think about, and won the Golden Arm Award. And all of a sudden, as we're talking right before the draft, now the whispers come out. I don't think he's round 1. Maybe falls to 2, 3. You never seen that before. So
nobody had him going below top of the first round until the day before the draft. All of a sudden, all this stupid stuff come out. It was a collusion. It was set up.
I would be rooting for anybody that was in that situation.
Yeah, I just went hard for that Prescott for you, and I told you I don't like him. The facts, the truth is the truth. I believe all I care about is the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. But the thing about it is we're talking about the truth, but we don't know what the truth is. It's what you think is happening, right? We don't know what the truth is.
What do you mean?
We know what we see. We know how he performs. We know he should have been drafted higher because he's better than Dylan Gabriel, no doubt. He's better than Kenny Pickett. He has more tools than Flacco. Awareness, we'll see. But we know that. But as far as the scenario, this is all the thing. This must be what's happening because this is what happened. That's not classified as the truth. That's what we think based on what we see. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is hopefully he gets a chance. I think he deserves a chance. I think he should have gone higher than every quarterback that went in front of him, except for maybe Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward just, to me, played better against better competition.
Let me give you couple more closing stats or facts on Shadur in the 2024 season. 3rd most sacks in the FBS. Sacked the 3rd most times in the FBS. Under pressure, 4th highest success rate under pressure. 126 quarterback rating on all attempts, 20 plus yards and above. 2nd most accurate between 5 to 25 yards downfield. So the numbers with a bad line under pressure, and he's still topping out on all the statistics for quarterbacks. I just think that speaks for itself. Now Cam Ward's line, and Cam Ward, by the way, I like Cam Ward. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's going to do well. But they are not the same in terms of what they had to deal with and the load they had to carry offensively.
Okay, so you're okay. One more statement, and I'll some move past.
And then we'll yield the mic.
Because so Micah, you came and said all 4 or 3 of Shadur's wide receivers playing NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So they're talented, right? Okay. So is Shadur doing this by itself? Because I'll be honest.
I got something for that.
I'll be honest.
This is what I meant. This is what I meant by that. And if you look at any of the clips from his wide receivers before, take Travis Hunter out of this. Out of high school, Travis Hunter was going to go to the NFL, but he wasn't going to be a Heisman Trophy winner without Deion and Shadur. But he was going to go to the NFL. But LaJohntay Wester was at FAU. He had an amazing season the year before he came. No one knew who he was. Jimmy Horn was at UCF riding away. No one knew who he was. When he got on Colorado, everybody thought he was Jimmy Horn that played for the Saints' son, and he's not. Your boy that came from the SEC, our big 6'4" wide receiver, my dog that just got signed by the Bears. He tough. He played 4 years at Vanderbilt in the SEC, killed the SEC. Nobody knew who he was. He wasn't going to get drafted. Came back. Shadur called him. Shadur called LeJounte. Shadur and Jimmy was there the year before. He got them guys, and now they all in the league. That ain't by chance or coincidence. That's because they finally got a good, wonderful quarterback that put that sacrifice. If you think about it, he really sacrificed some things to get them in a point where they had. They said he's selfish. They said he this. They said he did. But he made sure every guy had top stats, and that's him doing that. And this man that had a different offensive coordinator every year in college.
Oh,
Okay.
You're missing the wide view of the type of quarterback he is. You can't be someone that came from. Think about it. At Jackson, they was like, "Oh, he doing that because it's HBCU." Okay, we're gonna go to Power 5. That first year, oh, they ain't doing it. They beat TCU. They beat all them teams. Then the offensive coordinator that they had.
we're not gonna skip past that. Oh, they beat TCU.
Was the number five ranked team when they beat them in the first game.
TCU was trash.
It don't matter. At that time, they wasn't.
Okay.
At that time, they wasn't. They was ranked. So you can't move the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts.
You did. At that time, they was ranked, and they had just went to the championship the year before, and they didn't lose too much.
Okay.
So at the time, let me finish. At the time, they was supposed to be whatever.
Okay.
They beat them the first game. They're coming out, and when the offensive coordinator that they had felt like he wasn't getting the praise that Deion was, he started cutting up, and that's when they started losing.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that, they probably have a historic run that year.
Okay. So what was TCU's record that year?
Probably 7-5. Who knows? But at that time, they was ranked number 5. It don't matter.
So at the first game of the season, they were ranked top 5 because they were a good team the year before. But they finished the season 7-5. So
they only lost like 5 guys from the whole roster. So why would they not be good?
Because
maybe
they were
Colorado whooped them and took their heart at the beginning of the year. Who knows?
Okay.
Happened to LSU. We're a big LSU. What happened to LSU last year? They lost that game. Florida State came back and beat them that year. Remember that? Oh, we were supposed to go to the championship. Got our heart taken from us.
Yeah, that's it.
It happens.
So we spent a lot of time on Shadur.
Not enough.
We're gonna have to name this the Shadur podcast because it was a lot.
We had to educate you on Shadur. I see that I find out a lot about you, Woo, but I ain't gonna who your college team?
I like Texas. I like Texas.
So you Arch Manning guy?
I like Arch, yes. I like Quinn. I like Quinn for a minute until he started, playing like trash.
Where Quinn at?
Dolphins.
You think Quinn better than Shadur?
No.
Okay.
Moving on. So first we'll get into the AFC. We talked about the storylines at nauseum. I think that word is used in the right spot here. Who you think is going to be the most surprising team coming out the AFC? Whether it's surprising because nobody's talking about him, you think they're going to do well, or surprising because you think they're too hyped and they're going to fall off. Let's go with you, Mike.
AFC's most surprising team? I don't think it's going to be no surprises in the AFC. I think it's the same. It's the same 4. It's Buffalo, it's Ravens, it's Chiefs, and then Chargers probably. And that's kind of what we've been expecting the last 2-3 years. That the Chargers can make the next steps and kind of try to overtake the Chiefs. But am I missing a team in the AFC? Did I miss somebody?
No. Well, so in this scenario, it's not. When I say surprising, it don't mean they're going to surprise you and make it to AFC Championship or nothing. But people are looking at them like maybe they stink, but they actually are going to do.
And that's what I'm telling you. I said exactly what I meant to say. There's no team that's going to do better than
what they predicted.
No, who?
Yeah.
There's no one that's going to be just because the Raiders didn't get better. They got Geno, but they didn't fix the glaring holes that they have. They have a decent defense, but they did draft the running back from Boise, and I like him. And they got Geno, but Geno's Geno. I'm not gonna say Geno a bad quarterback. Geno is who is Geno? In NBA terms, Geno is like Paul George or something to me. Like he below Paul George. Like how people expect a lot from a person and they really never do nothing. What has Paul George did? Like what has Geno did? Like they can ball, but that's about it. So I don't think the Raiders are gonna just in 1 year jump the Chargers. We know the Titans ain't finna do nothing. They got the young boy, and I think the young boy gonna be good, Cam Ward, but they got a lot to fix. They got a lot to fix. They need a line. They need some linemen on both sides. They need their trenches worked on. So they ain't finna do nothing. Who else in the AFC?
Well, yeah. If you don't think it'd be a surprise team, that's all good. I have one, but I'll wait till you go. Oh, what do you think?
I kind of agree with Mike that the top dogs are going to remain the top dogs. Ravens, Bills, Bengals. Like, I'm kind of interested to see what the Texans do this year. If CJ has a bounce back year, but I think the one that interests me the most is seeing what Justin Fields does with the Jets. You got some new structure there, new coach. Aaron Rodgers is out of the building with that cloud he had in there. They still got Sauce. They still got Garrett Wilson. I think what's the running back? Brees Hall. They got some weapons, and Justin Fields finally might have a fair shot. I think he's talented. I don't know what he'll do, but that's a possible surprise, I think, the Jets.
Got you. So the team that jumped out to me, and I'm not saying they're gonna, make the playoffs. They may not make the playoffs, but I don't think there's a lot of high hopes for Jacksonville. And I think with the new head coach, Duval, I think what he did for Baker Mayfield and bringing a lot of things out of Baker Mayfield, I think he's going to help Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, with Hunter playing both sides, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. You already got Brian Thomas, who showed that he's an NFL quarterback that got skills. Their defense, they got a couple people on defense in the draft. I think that people aren't expecting a lot from him, but I can possibly see him, especially in a weak division, winning maybe 8 or 9 games. But I don't think a lot of people are expecting that. So that's my surprise team. Bet. All right. So what player, let's move on to the next topic. What player in the AFC do you think is going to have a breakout season? Let's go with you, O.
I'm gonna go with Justin. I'm gonna go back to Justin Fields. I'm rooting for my boy. I'm hoping that that he has a breakout season, gets an opportunity, fresh opportunity, some offensive weapons, different offense that maybe caters a little bit to his strengths. I'm gonna give Justin Fields a chance to have a breakout season.
Got you. What about you, Mike?
Breakout player, I think it's either going to be between the running back from the Raiders, the rookie, or Travis Hunter in the AFC. I'm going to go with two rookies.
So you're going with both rookies. Got you.
I'm going with both rookies, yeah.
Yeah, those are both good suggestions. The person who I think showed something towards the end, but has a chance with having his partners come back. We'll see what Hollywood Brown's injury does, but Xavier Worthy, I think with Rice coming back, if Hollywood Brown's injury isn't that bad, he got, when they're not going to be dependent on him to carry the load, I think he's a matchup nightmare just for his speed. I think they're going to incorporate a lot of things. I think last year they just put too much on him because they didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of forced to be, with Kelsey slowing down, he was kind of forced to be something that he wasn't ready for at the time. So I think having the weapons back and, staying healthy, he had, I think, 69 catches, about 700 yards, 800 yards, something like that. I can definitely see him getting over 1,000 receiving yards and making more impact plays. I see him kind of playing a role of how Hill was, before he left. Not as good as Hill, I don't think, but I think he's capable of showing flashes like that. So that's who I'm rolling with.
He is fast, for sure.
Yeah.
He got the turbo.
Got the turbo. All right, so when you have a breakout player, you also have to have a drop-off. So who do you think in the AFC, what player, or you can do a team that's going to have the biggest drop-off this year?
Chiefs.
Okay.
And a big drop-off to them is not winning the Super Bowl.
So you're doing a cheat code. Like if they don't win the Super Bowl, they
I don't think they're gonna make it to the AFC Championship. That'll be a drop-off. I think the championship are gonna be like Ravens and I think it's finally like they get into the end. Not end, but they're gonna have to retool. Kind of how New England did, where they kind of lost for 2 years. Like what's happening, Brady got hurt, and they was thinking about moving in with Castle, and then they had Jimmy G and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden Tom Brady wins 2 more. But it's getting to that point. Like last year was crazy. They was barely winning every game, but they did it. And so this year I don't see that happening. Like,
got you. What about you, El?
Biggest drop off. I hate to do this, man, because I love Mike Tomlin.
Shadur Sanders. Oh, my bad.
No. Shadur Sanders, if he gets an opportunity, is gonna bring the Browns back to their heyday. But man, you let him in the building.
Yeah.
Let him in the building.
Talk about A-Rod?
A-Rod.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah.
I hope it's not true because I love Mike Tomlin, but this could be the year that the Steelers fall below their. The Steelers are gonna make the playoffs. And they might exit quick, but they'll be in there. I don't know. I don't know if they make 10, 11. I don't know if they make 10 wins. So I'm expecting a drop off from Pittsburgh.
sad time for Steelers fans, especially my wife. My wife's a Steelers fan, so yeah, she's not gonna like to hear that. She may not be friends with you after this. Oh, just
I hope I'm
FYI.
wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
To me, I think it's already started, but it's going to be a lot more evident. Mark Andrews. I think, with his injury problems that he's been having, coupled with the emergence of Lively, I think that it's going to be a scenario in which they're going to lean more on Lively than Andrews. I think Lively's going to have better stats than Andrews this year. Whether it's injuries, whether it's just looking at him, whatever the case may be, I think, because obviously Lamar Jackson loves his tight ends. So I think Lively is going to turn into his guy.
Let me ask you this, Woo. Did you hear that what happened? Likely got hurt, didn't he, recently? I don't know how bad it is.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad. They said it was, lightheaded or nausea. I don't remember. If it's the one I was thinking about, they said it wasn't anything major from what they said.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that Mark Andrews ever recovers from the drop?
Will ever recover from the drop?
Yeah, mentally. Saying.
I don't know, man. I mean, you have to think about it. Football's a mental game. When you start not performing like you think, like you're supposed to perform, or like you used to performing, it could turn into what the baseball players call it, the yips. The yips, you know what I'm saying? I think Kelsey, suffered from that quite a bit. I think he was just struggling, and he just never recovered. Will he recover this time? I don't know. I think, Kelsey has more priorities, right now. So I don't think he's going to be the Kelsey that we remember. Mark Andrews, I think he's been injured every year at some point, you know what I'm saying? And when you have so many injuries, and then you have a player that a skilled player in your same position that people are liking, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how I do. I like Mark Andrews, so I'm not going to draft him on my fantasy team, but yeah, I like him. But I just think this is going to be the year which, it started last year, but this year I think it's going to start nosediving. So to get us out of the AFC, who is going to win the AFC championship? Mike.
Ravens.
Got you. What about you, Al?
Yeah, I think I kind of teeter back and forth between the Bengals and Bills and the but I think Lamar's gonna get it done this year.
My answer is going to be based on a popular wrestler, Ric Flair. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And until you beat the man, still him. So they gotta take out Mahomes. They gotta take him out. And they got to prove they can do it. So until they do, ride with the Chiefs.
Respect it.
All right. Let's move on to the NFC. You got anything to add, Mike? You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. NFC. Which team, same question, most surprising team, either good or bad? Anything? Let's go with you, O.
It hurts me to say, but I think I'm gonna be surprised at how bad the Saints are this year.
Are you really gonna be surprised, brother?
I
Have you seen that rookie quarterback in camp?
He's been pretty bad.
And me not harping on Shadur. Why Shadur couldn't get drafted in that spot? That man got drafted with the 6th pick, 7th pick.
It's so bad.
They drafted that man in the top 10.
And he's like 87 years old, ain't he?
Something like 20, that? What, 9, 28?
He's about hitting his 30s. Has
like
managed
7
to break
seasons, and that's not a
bone in his upper body. He is broken or fractured. Anything that involves throwing motion, he has injured.
It makes no sense. But he's a nice white man.
He's a very nice white man.
He's a nice white man.
Looks like he has a nice golf game.
You realize we have a lot of black quarterbacks in the league now, right? Like good ones.
This has nothing to do with that. This just, I'm telling you, the only reason they drafted him is because he's a nice white man.
He's a very nice white man. We don't say that.
They couldn't explain. No one. Go back and watch that draft when everybody was confused when they drafted him. They was like, all they kept saying was how nice he was, including him. He was like, guaranteed money. He was thinking no guaranteed money.
He was jumping up and the dog was jumping up and down.
The dog was shocked. The dog said, "You." The dog said he can't complete a pass to me. Everybody was confused. His wife was like, "We got 4 kids. I'm 42. She can retire." She had been telling him to quit. He's a nice white man, and he's tall.
Very tall, very nice white man.
But so the Saints, you think the Saints are going to be terrible, and it's just going to be terrible.
Terrible, high garbage. And I'm gonna give you another one, and it's gonna be a surprising fall off. The Redskins are gonna fall off bad this year.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that, let me tell you something. I halfway became a Redskins fan because Daniels is LSU. That's my dog. He came out here. We went to the game. The way he commands the game is amazing. He controls a football game. He's figured that out already as a rookie. But they do what they do for black quarterbacks. They saw what he did. And one more thing. Y'all have a wonderful offensive line. With that offensive line, why not add a power back and a speed back like Detroit and then get one more receiver? Why not pay Scary Terry? Why not? He finally had a good year where he was catching balls. And then y'all decide not to reward him and pay him because he's 30 years old. So what? You would have got Deebo Samuels.
I think they're going to sign him.
Dog, because I think y'all can have a big drop off. Y'all ain't add nothing on defense, which was the whole problem. Y'all couldn't stop nobody. But the offense is amazing.
We did add people on defense. They're just old.
Who you added?
I mean, Von Miller still had a great
who you added, bro?
Von Miller is 47 years old.
Me and Von Miller went to high school together.
But here's the deal, though. Von Miller, even though he didn't play a whole lot. When he played on third downs, he played on passing downs. You were talking about a bunch of stats. He was still second in the league in winning rush rating. So when he was on the field, he was winning his battles.
Okay.
So
impressive. It's just that he don't feel like 30% of the time, but impressive.
Hey, 30. All we need him to do is third downs and playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Third downs and playoffs. I think
he's coming off the edge.
Yeah.
But y'all needed a middle linebacker and a cornerback.
Yeah.
Well, we drafted. We signed quarterbacks and we drafted the quarterback. A lot of people say Trey Amos is going to be good. Sanders still is going to get better.
So you think, okay.
We'll see if Marshawn improves his hamstrings. If not, I'm coming to New Orleans myself, and I'm gonna take my third round pick back. But we'll see. Last year he was hurt, so now we're gonna see, was he just hurt last year and that's why he didn't play well, or what? So I think we have the ability. If we're worse, it's just going to be because our schedule is better. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll be a worse team. We may not have a 12. Last year, we didn't have a team to win 12 games. We won 12 games because of Dayton Daniels. This year, I don't think Dayton Daniels will fall off. I think the team has gotten better in circle. We do need to sign Terry, so everything goes up in flames. But adding Debo Samuels as a gadget player does help because it's kind of like a long handoff, essentially. You know what I'm saying? He can do all of that. They signed a lot of wide receivers. Now, the wide receivers they signed, do they move the needle? No. I mean, but I think they are trying to put players around him. Now, are those players going to help? We'll see. But I know what doesn't help. The schedule doesn't help. So I can definitely see them not winning 12 games without a doubt. But respect to your answer, though. I think the Falcons. Nobody talks about the Falcons. They don't talk about them at all. But I think Penix would be better. I think what they did on defense with the rookies that they drafted was phenomenal. They're going to be much better on defense. So I definitely see the Falcons because think about it. The Falcons won what? 8 games last year? 8 games last year? So I can easily see them winning a few more games than what they're doing, but nobody's talking about it. They're talking about the 49ers for some reason, and the 49ers I think is going to stink. But the Falcons,
8 games.
They won 8 games. So I can see him win another game or two, but the thing about it is I see him looking better doing so. Like when they played the Commanders, they could have won that game. We end up winning because, we won a lot of close games last year, which, hopefully, we don't have to go through all of that like we did last year, but we'll see. But I think the Falcons are going to be a much improved team. Even if the record isn't that much better, they will be an improved team overall. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I like that.
All right, breakout player, NFC, Mike.
Pickens.
So you calling George Pickens, who's already a great wide receiver, a breakout?
What made him a great wide receiver?
I think he had great stats, didn't he? He had pretty good stats, didn't he?
He didn't have top 10 stats. He just had
So now he's going to have top 10 stats?
Next to CeeDee Lamb,
yeah,
he should have top 10, top 5 stats.
Got you.
Like he gonna get into that star range. He wasn't would you call Pickens a star, a superstar?
I think that I think he's a great immature receiver.
So so he gonna have a breakout year then. So he ain't a star. This year he gonna be a star.
Got you. Oh,
I'm kind of interested. Interested to see what Chi-Town does, what Chicago does. Maybe what's his name? I always butcher his last name. Rome.
Doomsday.
Yeah. I kind of want to see how he develops with Caleb Williams. So I'm kind of, and then I'm kind of interested in that. So I think he could be a breakout player.
Okay. My selection is going to be Caleb Williams.
Mm.
I think Brian Johnson. It's Brian Johnson. It's Brian Johnson, right?
Coach.
Yeah. Coach Brian. Yeah. I think he's going to do some things to the offensive line. He's already, signed some offensive line players. I think he's do a lot of things to put Caleb in a position to win. I think Caleb has, and I think last year he had the ability to do better than what he did in most parts, but I just don't think he had the right coach, and I think that he was his own worst enemy. He was doing the little running around like he was doing at USC and then Oklahoma, and holding the ball like way too long. If he gets in this scenario in which he plays like Jared Goff played, you know what I'm saying, as far as, just hitting your marks. He's going to put the plays in your hands. Just make the play, make the read, make the play. I think, he can definitely make some Bears fans happy. He still has a girly voice, but he'll have a manly game.
Them nail colors, he already got them picked out for all the home games. But hey, yeah, we'll see.
All right, biggest drop-off in NFC, player or team? Mike?
Detroit.
You think because of Brian Johnson?
Yeah. I think he was their whole identity. He gave them identity. Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Man, Detroit. I was thinking the same thing. I don't expect them to return the form.
Yeah. I think I agree with what you guys saying. I think losing both him and Aaron Glenn, because with all the injuries that they had on defense, even though they finally gave it up the end, they were picking guys off the streets and just putting them in places. They was so losing both coordinators, it's hard when you lose both coordinators that gave you a lot of identity. Because I think everybody knows Dan Campbell is a walk around coach. He's a CEO. You know what I'm saying? He's the crier. He's the I love you guys. I love you guys. But is he an X's and O's guys? No, he hired X's and O's guys, which is sometimes what you do. You know what I'm saying? So if he has the same guys, he has the same type of guys in there, maybe they'll stay afloat. But I think their personality kind of preceded them. But the person who I actually had as my drop off is Devontae Adams.
Wow,
he dropped out last year.
Yeah, it's going to be more. He has to understand now that Matt Stafford has a best friend, and his name is Puka. And all the balls that he normally gets, that he thought he needs to get, he's not going to be getting them because, Stafford is Puka or bust. You know what I'm saying? That's why Cooper was like, I need to get up out of here. This ain't going to work. I think Devontae Adams is going to have a pretty pedestrian year. And when I say pedestrian, I see him maybe getting 60 catches, 700 yards. And for him, that's pedestrian.
Listen, Woo, one or two things is going to happen with Puka. Puka might have a breakout season because of how his old lady is doing him, or he might drop off severely because of how his old lady is doing him.
Yeah.
In a
50-50 chance.
Yeah,
Toss up with him.
Toss up.
Plus Matt Stafford, I heard he got a bad back, so it may not even be Stafford throwing him the ball.
Cite your source.
You cite yours, Mr. Shadur. Came in and wore a three-piece suit, and he was the ideal citizen of the world.
I can cite my source. Shadur himself said he didn't have no headphones on.
And I said I never sinned before in my life. So I guess it's legitimate. Forget my past. I'm saying it never happened.
You were a sailor.
True. Oh, true.
You were a seaman.
Yeah, let's come on, dude. Let's don't be like your cousin. Your cousin is a jerk. Don't be him. All right. So now, who's coming out the NFC? Mike. Go ahead and say Cowboys. I know you want to.
No. It's a tough one. I've been going back and forth on this. I honestly, I'm gonna go with either the Packers. Sound crazy. I think it's out of the Packers and Eagles again. Honestly, I don't think nobody's gonna beat the Eagles.
Okay. Oh,
They got the same exact team.
Man, that's the same. I was gonna say the Eagles, but yeah, the Packers. I would not be surprised if the Packers came out of the NFC, but I'll say the Eagles.
I will concur. Eagles.
Not gonna say the Redskins?
No.
What?
No. I'm a very objective, regardless of what you think about me, sir. The Smitty Woo show is built on objectivity across the board.
Just as much as Skip Bayless has built his career off objectivity.
That's right.
My goodness gracious.
Skip Bayless.
So this is what we're doing. I invite you to my show, and you just slap me in my face with baby.
That's why you forgot last time. You didn't. That's why I ain't been back in 2 years.
That's what we're doing. Okay, got you.
Chat invited me back.
Got you.
For you, bro.
So, real quick. So, we spoke about who's come out the AFC and the NFC. So, who you got ultimately winning the Super Bowl? Oh, because you said the Eagles, and then you said who you had? The Ravens, right? So, Eagles against the Ravens, who wins?
Lamar. Action Jackson.
Okay.
It's time.
Mike?
Baltimore 34, Eagles 31.
Okay.
It's going to be a duel between the two running backs. Really, the 4 running backs. You got a running quarterback, big running back, big playing type of running back. You got 2. Like, it's going to be a crazy duel. They're the same team.
Crazy. That'd be a crazy Super Bowl.
They're the same team. One just coached better.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Chiefs.
Man,
just because I think last year was a big wake-up call for them. And I think that they're out for blood this year. That's what I think. They're going to turn teams to the color of their uniforms.
I don't get it.
They're going to turn teams to the color of their uniforms.
Brown orange.
So I did actually let's go back, and we probably said their names already. The most impactful rookies this year. Mike.
It's like I said, Genty and Travis and the AFC. And the NFC, I'm gonna go with the wide receiver from Green Bay, that Gold. What's his name? The boy they got from Texas.
Golden. And
then I'm gonna say a surprise wide out. It's gonna be surprise to people, but not to probably me and Jimmy Horn with the Panthers. I think he's gonna play.
Yeah,
he's gonna play way more than people gonna understand, and people don't know how good he is. He already been killing it in camp. Everybody like shocked, like he killing it. Nobody can hold him. I think he's gonna be big in a return for them and just big in the slot. He Wes Welker with wheels.
Got you. Oh.
Yeah, kind of predictable, but yeah, Travis Hunter. I just like what the coach is saying about how they gonna use him. I think he's gonna make noise. And Ashton Johnson with the Raiders, and they are high on Abdul Carter. So I kind of want to see him with the Giants. So, but those are the ones that stand out.
So mine actually goes in line with y'all Super Bowl selections. Malachi Starks. I think the Ravens' Achilles heel last year was their defense. And Malachi Starks, I really wanted him wearing the burgundy and gold. And man, he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. He's a hitter. And I think he's gonna definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all passed on him twice, didn't it?
Yeah, we passed on him twice. Don't remind me of that. I just said I wanted him to have that, and you
but that's what I was saying earlier about what y'all need tonight. I remember why I said that, because y'all passed on some good guys twice.
Yes, so we improved our offensive line. We got the offensive lineman first, and then in the second round we
didn't have a bad O line. I watched that O line twice. I saw the Redskins twice. I saw the Redskins here in Arizona, and then what was I at?
Our offensive line played above their talent level, and don't forget, Cosme, which is our best offensive player, he's out until November. So we needed offensive line help. We had old boy playing left tackle who need to be playing right. We got Tunsil, so we improved our offensive line to try to protect Jay.
And then y'all do the line shift. That's what I liked about y'all in the game. For run plays, they bring like 3 new offensive linemen in. It was crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see. So that's enough. We're done with our football preview. Now we're just going to have a couple more minutes, a couple more segments. The first one's a regular. Yeah, I said it, in which you say a statement that you want to stand on, either going to be controversial or many people won't agree with it, but you believe it wholeheartedly. What is your "yeah, I said it" moment, Mike? And don't get me kicked off the air, please. I can't get canceled yet. This is only episode 16.
What sponsorship? Who's sponsoring this?
Smith-Sational Cruises and Resorts is sponsoring this.
I said it. I believe Rob Pelinka hates LeBron. I believe he doesn't want LeBron to surpass Kobe in his mind and in other people's minds and hearts. And I believe he sabotaged LeBron for the last 7 years. Man, there's nothing no one can get me to say different. Okay. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you said it. Oh, what's your "yeah, I said it" moment?
I had a "yeah, I said it" on Shadur, but I feel like
you said it.
I said enough about Shadur. So I don't want to say this. Yeah, I said it, but I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I said it. Tyler Shaw, the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. If he gets in the game, I don't know that he will play a total of 20 minutes before being injured. Yeah, I said it.
I thought you were gonna say he's gonna die. I think he's gonna die.
I mean,
I think he's gonna be the first NFL player in modern times to die during the game.
Just die. Just die.
He's just gonna die. He's gonna get hit in the chest.
Yeah, and just
he dead.
All the structural integrity, all up
everything out.
So what you're saying is you don't think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year? That's what you're telling me.
No. Matter of fact, he might turn to dust. Like, you remember on Marvel on the Avengers where they just
he might not. I'm gonna be honest with you. He might not play after the first preseason game because y'all got Rattler. Rattler way better than him.
Yeah, that's a Rattler.
And Rattler suck.
And Rattler's not good. That's correct.
So, yeah.
Huh?
That is correct. This is a sad story.
My "yeah, I said it." This pains me to say it, but when BET came out, it was exciting. It was important. We got a chance to see R&B and hip hop that wasn't on the mainstream, wasn't on MTV. It showed a lot of different things that were good and uplifting, and we had something to go to. But now, BET is trash. And I don't think I've watched BET in like years. The award shows are trash. The shows they have is trash and don't play music anymore. I don't know. It doesn't represent what it represented back then. And for that, BET is dead to me. Yeah, I said it.
Well, let me just add on to that, Woo. I don't know when BET stopped being black owned, but it's been some years now. Black entertainment television is controlled by white entertainment executives.
Viacom.
Yeah,
Viacom, Paramount, somebody. It's not good. Woo.
I thought this was a sports show.
This is a yeah, I said it moment.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I said it could be anything you want.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, shoot, then I said it. Carucci is still fine.
I would have went with that. Yeah, I didn't.
See,
Deion the GOAT for that.
That lets me,
bro. Yeah.
that lets me know that you like you don't watch my shows, Mike. Because yeah, I said it is on every episode I ever do.
How many episodes have you had?
This is the
going
16th.
on since COVID. I didn't know.
This is the 16th episode. So you've had 16. Matter of fact, you were on a couple of them.
How many times I've been on this show?
I didn't know I was being filmed.
you was on a couple of them, and apparently you didn't pay attention to nothing that we did.
I know I had the highest rated show. I know that.
So that was my yeah.
One of my fans is watching the show. They was like, "You look wonderful." So thank you.
So before we get out of here, we do have a
on the Twitter chat. See,
I believe you. I believe you. Put it in the comments. So the last segment we're going to do is going to be a brand new segment. It's going to be FaceTime. That's what it's called. And yeah, I stole the name, I stole the concept, but it's okay. Because they can't sue me because I don't got nothing. So in this situation, you're going to have 2 minutes to say and express and talk about whatever topic you want to talk about. 2 minutes. Orion, is it Darnell Butler? Is that your government name?
It's not Darnell.
It's not Darnell?
Although, with the new beard restrictions being lifted, some have called me Bearded Darnell, but that is not mine.
I don't think a man should call another man by his middle name.
That's true. That's true. Well, we from that's disrespect.
Yeah, we from a different. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Louisiana thing, you wouldn't know, Smitty.
Yeah. My brother.
So your 2 minutes start when you start speaking. And let me know.
All right, start my time.
Go ahead.
I'm on?
Yeah, you're on.
Recording?
You're live.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Getting back to Prime, man. Just a legend in 2 games, really in so many games. There was controversy recently when Prime, a man of God, I may add.
Man of God.
God-fearing man.
Mm-hmm. One of God's favorite people.
Was trying to maintain his privacy, do his job as a coach, do what needed to be done for his team, for his family.
Uplift the youth. Mm-hmm.
and it was revealed that our brother was suffering from bladder cancer.
Mm.
But more than that, it was
God got him
revealed
tough,
that God got him. God got him. Revealed that he had in his corner, loyally supporting him, one of the baddest, I mean, baddest you ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to say her last name. You know who I'm talking about.
It could
It's
be
a
Sanders
one-name
ball, I care.
first name, Karucha.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Teary-eyed, sobbing, boo-hooing at his bedside, talking about what her man was going through. And instead of everyone focusing on the struggle, the fight that Prime had on his hands, fighting for his life, the internet's made time to hate on this man for really just being an all-time legend, all-time GOAT, and for bagging one of the baddest women you're going to see, especially in person. She even badder than she looks on TV, on video, on camera, and pictures in person. So they say. So I'm just saying, man, hats off to Prime. Prime, you're the greatest. You've inspired us in so many ways, on the field and off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to give it up to an all-time great right now. Prime, you the GOAT.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Prime.
Thank you, Prime.
57.
Thank you.
So he
38.
pulled a 10, and he don't even have 10 toes. That's pretty impressive.
That's
Hello. Bars. Bars. GE. Wait a minute.
he pulled a 10, standing on 8.
Standing on it. Hello. Hello.
All right, Micah. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? And go.
Ironically, I have a book coming out regarding FaceTime, but we'll talk about that later. I'm going to use this time and I'm going to discuss, and it's kind of in the line of what my brother was talking about, men with confidence. And me and Orion, we're someone that have extreme confidence. And when a man has extreme confidence, sometimes they want to say that you're cocky. And confidence can be on the borderline of cockiness. But those who are insecure, and I'll just say those who can't and those who won't,
Preach.
they always want to decide how those who do it.
Mm.
And that's the issue that's going on in the media and social media and in the world now. And since this is a sports show, that's the issue that's going on with sports right now. Those who do and do it on a high level, a LeBron, a Dion, a Shadur, I can name others who are confident in who they are and what they do. They're getting scrutinized by those who can't. And so I want to use this time to look out and tell those who can't. Sometimes you just got to sit back and be quiet.
Mm.
And if you can't be quiet, then be someone who can aspire and can expound on what those who do. A la like a Bob Costas or a Marv Albert or a Marv Rashad. You can't be in that vein, then be quiet. Quanamigas.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of your fans that just cheered for you.
Oh, they texting me right now.
Couple in your DM.
Hmm.
All right.
Greatness, baby. Respect greatness.
FaceTime for me. This has been a interesting week for me, being a Commander fan. Number one, we got good news. We're getting a new stadium and going back to DC. That really brings things back to the old school, to the Hogs, to the Posse, to the Doug Williams, to even the Joe Theismans, it's really taking me back to that point, which is good. But we also had our most important player, not named Jaden Daniels, unhappy with how he's being treated. Now, the problem that I have as a Commander fan is I'm going to be a Commanders fan, but is this a one-off or is this a trend? Adam Peters came from the 49ers working under Lynch. They had a ton of contract issues, including Deebo Samuels, who's now here. Before went back to the Cowboys, number 6. I forgot his name. The pass rusher, our leading sack getter, even though he only had 6 sacks. He also said before he got traded, or before he left, that he felt disrespected by the negotiations with them. So, is this a pattern? I guess we'll have to wait and see. So for now, I'm going to take the good with the bad. I'm going to root for us having a franchise quarterback, hope for his health, to continue to be good. Because, you know, when RG3 came out, I had hope then too. But then, you know, injuries derailed everything. Jaden Daniels is a different player. I think he's smarter. I think he has more tools. So I have more high hopes. But,
also less racist.
Correct. So happy days for Commander fans, but we got to sign Scary Terry tomorrow. All right, guys. That's the end of the show today. We thank all you guys for coming out. Thank the listeners for listening. All of Micah's fans that called me day and night to get him back on the show, even though he doesn't watch my show when he's not on it.
Go looking at chat. I don't watch none that I'm not on.
You watch Colorado and you haven't played one down. Aha.
Chat.
Aha. Aha.
I just not bringing the sound effects out of the
Who got sound effects now?
All right. So before we head out real quick, you got anything you want to plug or anything you want to say before we close out? Let's start with you, O. Anything you got going on? Anything people should be looking on the lookout for? Little Cousins album?
We got a couple of projects we're in talks with you know, the other members of the group. You know, they're carrying a heavy load right now, a lot of responsibilities, but we're trying to get them to make time to get in the studio. We do have some new production, some new producers that might be involved. So yeah, it is possible that long-awaited project may come to fruition, but we don't have any firm release dates yet. We're going to wait and see on that. I also want to take this time to plug my brother's beautiful foundation, Quantum Negus. Quantum Negus is just a revolutionary concept and organization, and what they're doing for niggas all over the world is tremendous. And I just want to throw my full support behind that and encourage everyone to get behind my brother and support that cause and support that in any way possible.
I appreciate that, bro. And all the niggas in the world appreciate that.
All right. Mike, you got anything you want to plug besides the niggas movement?
Man, really, you know, I don't know who's gonna hear it if I plug it. Like a tree in the forest. But I'll say it anyway. We just here, man. We just happy to be here. And I'm gonna plug all the real ones.
The The disrespect for my show is real, but it's okay though. I still love you. You still
No, I'm on here, so people heard about it.
All right, guys. We appreciate
Jump at the top. I think you're gonna jump Joe Budden this week. You're gonna jump Nightcap this week. Now, after that, I don't know what's gonna happen.
I already jumped $1 million worth of game. I jumped that.
Yeah. You passed Gillian Wallow up. You sure did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, Chad, I'm out of here, Chad. I gotta go see my kids.
Yeah. All right, man. See y'all.
Peace.